it all comes down to, okay, what's the offer here? What are they going to get? If I can get clear on what the buyer's going to get, then I have a good working point to deliver. And really, I'm like, oh, wow, they're going to get all these things. Now it's an easy sale, right? So if you're doing a perio treatment on them and it's a deep cleaning, what are they getting with that? You're like, Ranesh, they're going to get their half the amount, the other half. They're going to get 2 visits. No. Give them something more. Charge more, but give them something more. Maybe they get a perio treatment, right? But they also get laser therapy, laser curettage. They also get a refresher package where we whiten your teeth and we give you take-home trays. It's a full package. So now you're selling the transformation, not just the treatment, right? Sell the transformation, not the treatment. The transformation is always linked to multiple steps in a package, right? That's key. You got to ask yourself that. What is that thing? And it's the same thing with us. Someone comes to me and says, hey, we have this great program. So then my first thing is, okay, what are they getting? I want to know, what is my buyer getting? Because I work for the audience. I work for the buyer. What can I give them? What can I give them? I'm not really like, the sale is great, but what's more important is a happy buyer, a happy patient. What are they walking home with? And now it may sound kind of dumb, but it's good. Look, how many of us have gone to a store and they offer an item in the package that if you bought alone would be less? If you just bought it alone, it would be less. But now it's in the package, somehow the package is more. So it's the same thing you could do with electric toothbrushes. Yeah, it's about $100 to buy a Sonicare, but in this package, with Sonicare, the tongue cleaner, the mints, the rinse, and one appointment when you need it, you can bump that up way beyond the price of a Sonicare because you've created packages. Packages and bundles, and packages create strong bundles, which create offers that people like to buy. And if you don't believe me, look at Costco. It's one of the retailers that is thriving in the environment that we're in. Why? Because they're in the business of just selling bundles, just selling packages. I'll give you an example. Judy, that you see on your screen, Dr. Lynn, she does, she's a general dentist that does ortho. Do you think she has options for selling multiple packages there? Absolutely. Because she can now be like, look, we're going to do the orthodontics, but then right when this tooth rotates enough, we can do the veneers. I don't want to do the veneers before the ortho because I'm going to have to trim off way too much tooth structure. So here's what I'm going to do. And this is very unique to what we do. Someone down the street just does the veneers, but they trim off 40% more tooth structure. So what we're going to do is we're going to align things, and then we're just going to do the veneers on it. And that's included in the full makeover, in the full package. So she's selling the package. It's included in the Smile Makeover. We're including tooth movement in addition to teeth reshaping and reforming, right? We're just going to reshape these teeth for veneers, right? So that's a bundle. And that's not something we wouldn't have thought of it that way because we're like, oh, we always do this stuff. This is kind of what we always do. But when you start thinking about the things that you always do and you're like, oh, wow, bundle. I'll give you another example. We just sold the high performance communication course with Dr. Mark Olson. Great program, phenomenal program. And many of you are in it. I probably would not sell too many programs without coaching calls because I know the viewer, the buyer is going to immensely benefit when they have direct coaching calls with the creator of the program. I know that. So what do? We're like, okay, we're going to make the coaching calls a bonus because it adds to the core offer of the course. Here's the course, coaching calls. That's a bonus. It adds to the core offer. But guess what? I would probably not sell the course alone because the coaching calls are so important. But what do we do from a sales perspective? We separated the core program with the obvious thing that we would do. And now we call this a bonus, and it adds value to the core program, okay? So you have to frame that in the buyer's mind accordingly, okay? And you may do the same thing with your Invisalign cases. You're like, Ranesh, of course I do attachments. You can't do Invisalign without attachments, but talk about it. Talk about it. Many times when we get these ClinChecks back, sometimes we have attachments. They're white composite material. And many offices charge additional for these attachments. No matter how many you need, that's included in this package. Now you've taken something you know you got to do, but you've made light of it, and now it's an added value. A lot of times we find that we finish up our cases, and there's one or two teeth that just could be moved a little bit more. And we just kind of have to tweak them a little bit more. Most of the time, you'd have to pay another $2,000 or $1,500 to get more trays. So the way we do it with this is it's included. So when we have to get more trays for you, we call it a refinement. We include that in the thing. So our treatment is fully comprehensive. Even if you need more trays, there's not an additional cost. So now I've included the refinement into the thing. It doesn't matter if Invisalign charges you for the refinement or they don't, right? Or if they charge you less. That's not important. What you're doing as a marketer and a business owner is you're creating packages and bundles that your consumer or your patient can purchase, and they see total value in it. Total value, right?